Phil Foden and Bernardo Silva score as Manchester City defeats Newcastle United 2-0 to put pressure on Arsenal in the title race. Manchester City overcame Newcastle United 2-0 to cut the advantage to 2 points over Premier League leaders Arsenal before the Gunners' match against Bournemouth later on Saturday. At the Etihad, Phil Foden and Bernardo Silva scored for Pep Guardiola's team to harm the visitors' chances of finishing in the top 4 and extend their unbeaten streak to 7 games in all competitions. With a 2-0 victory over Newcastle United, which dealt the Magpies yet another setback in their pursuit of a top 4 finish, Manchester City strengthened their title chances. Phil Foden shone in the victory. The England international made it 4 goals in his last 3 games as he maintained his form with a stunning solo strike on the 15th minute mark. Erling Haaland missed a fantastic opportunity to increase the lead for the home team despite the fact that they controlled the opening 45 minutes. Callum Wilson and Anthony Gordon, the latter making his first appearance for the club since joining from Everton in January, had 2 wonderful opportunities to score but missed both. Newcastle was on the back foot but still missed out on both. As the second half neared the hour mark, replacement Bernardo Silva, who had just been on the field for 3 minutes, blasted a low shot into the corner. As a result, second-place City has closed the gap on first-place Arsenal, who will visit Bournemouth later on Saturday, to 2 points. Newcastle remains in 5th place and is currently 4 points behind Tottenham in 4th place after playing 1 fewer game. Man City will now try to win 4 straight games across all competitions when they visit Crystal Palace the following Saturday. Sunday of next week sees Newcastle host Wolves. Talking point: City gearing up for a big finale while Newcastle could be fading. The defending Premier League champions have had their hiccups this season and have spent a large portion of it looking up at Arsenal, but it seems like they are knuckling down nicely for the final stretch. The comeback of players like Foden will further fuel their pursuit of fame at home and abroad, but they have faced enough pressure in the past to know how to handle it. Newcastle has suffered 3 losses in a row and has gone 5 games in a row without a victory in any competition. The Magpies appear to have faltered at a vital point in the season, and they are now embroiled in a serious fight for a berth in the top 4, which appeared a sure thing just a few weeks ago. The matchup against Wolves at home the next week will be crucial for Eddie Howe to get them back on track. Player of the match: Phil Foden, Manchester City. The 22-year-old mentioned earlier in the week that he had lately experienced one of the darkest times in his career, but it's obvious that he has overcome that and will be an important player for City in the remaining games of the season. The guests found it difficult to control him all afternoon because of his quick, direct running. Player ratings: Ederson, Walker, Diaz, Akanji, Ake, Rodri, De Bruyne, Gundogan, Foden, Grealish, and Haaland are the Man City scorers. Sylvia, Bernardo 8. Pope, Trippier, Botman, Lascelles, Byrne, Joelinton, Longstaff, Guimaraes, Gordon, 6, Almiron, and Wilson all scored for Newcastle in the team's final score. Replacements: Willock 7, Murphy 6, St. Maximin 6, Isake 7, and Target not applicable. Match highlights: Man City chance at 0-2 foot. The hosts deconstruct the left. Grealish is fed by KDB, and he delivers a beautiful cross into the box for Gundogan, but the German sends his header over the crossbar. Newcastle down Man City 1-0 with 15 remaining. Before hitting a deflected shot beyond Pope, Foden launches a stunning solo run as he runs in from the right past the challenge of several Newcastle players. 17-foot chance for Newcastle. There is a chance for an immediate response from the visitors, but Ake expertly blocks Sean Longstaff's goal-bound shot. Man City chance at 34 foot. Under pressure from Botman, Haaland rises to get his head on KDB's delicious left-wing cross, but he can only steer the ball wide of the far post. 37-foot chance for Newcastle. Wilson receives a fantastic pass from Trippier in the penalty area, but the forward utterly messes it by failing to connect with the ball at close range. Man City 2-0 Newcastle, goal at 67 foot. Awesome sub. With a deft touch from Haaland, Bernardo Silva scores from 12 yards away. Man City chance at 86 foot. Grealish charges in from the left, plays a couple 1-2s, and then passes it to Foden, who sees Pope save his low shot. Key stats: Phil Foden, 33 goals, 17 assists, of Manchester City is the youngest player to reach 50 Premier League goal involvements at the age of 22 years and 280 days. Bruno Guimaraes played for Newcastle, who lost their first game in 18 Premier League contests. Manchester City scored its 1,000th home goal in the Premier League with a goal from Bernardo Silva, becoming the sixth team to do so, 160, at Main Road, 840 at the Etihad. Ederson recorded his 100th shutout in the Premier League. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe sportsjin.